internationally, student activist Umar Khalid, who has been in jail for nearly 5 years in connection with the February 2020 Delhi riots case, has received a show of solidarity, not from India, but from New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani, who wrote to him stating, and I'm quoting here, "We are all thinking of you." The note, undated, was shared on X by Khalid's partner Banojotsna Lahiri on Thursday after Mamdani was sworn in as a mayor in a midnight ceremony. The letter stated, and I quote, "Dear Umar, I think of your words on bitterness often and the importance of not letting it consume oneself. It was a pleasure to meet your parents. We are all thinking of you." Meanwhile, the Congress of the United States has written a letter to Vinay Mohan Khatwara Embassy of India on December 30th, expressing their concern as well regarding the prolonged pre-trial detention of individuals charged in connection with the February 2020 violence in Delhi, including student activist and scholar Umar Khalid. The letter further added that we understand that these matters are presently under consideration before the Supreme Court of India. We welcome the news that Khalid received temporary bail to attend his sister's wedding and urge that Khalid be granted bail and released for the duration of the court's proceedings. Let me take this discussion forward by roping in Ambassador Yogesh Gupta again on this issue. Ambassador Gupta, when we are looking at this entire incident, how do you view Umar Khalid receiving, messages of solidarity from the New York City mayor, from the US Congress? How are you viewing this entire situation, sir?
Well, I see this as an attempt to interfere in India's internal affairs because this is a matter which is before our courts. The High Court already, Delhi High Court already gave its judgment in September last year, and this is now going to be considered by the Supreme Court shortly. Now, 53 people had died in those riots, which had taken place, and this case is before the courts, and the courts are considering the merits of the case. Now, won't be correct on my part to go into the case in itself or the particulars of the case because this is sub judice. But it is not correct on the part of the other countries to interfere in our legal processes. There are so many things happening in the United States. People belonging to minority communities, they have been subjected to violence. The policies of the current government led by President Donald Trump, they have hurt so many people belonging to different countries who have been staying there, illegal immigrants. So many people on H-1B visas, their mental peace has been hurt because they have been suddenly told that they can't get visa appointments. So there is so much happening in the US itself. It is time that these senators and the New York Mayor Mamdani look at their domestic problems and not interfere in ours. Because we can also comment on what is happening in the US. We can also comment on what is happening in the courts of the US on some of these decisions, on some of these acts of violence, on some of these acts of discrimination against foreign nationals. And but that won't help. If countries start interfering in each other's affairs like this, it won't help. So the best piece of advice is that they should mind their own business and they should be rest assured that these matters are being heard by the courts and our courts are absolutely independent. They will pronounce their own decisions taking into account the merits of the case. Some people have actually already been released by the court. So whenever they find merit, they are very prompt to release these people. So my reaction is that it's unfair on the part of Mamdani and U.S. senators to poke their nose and make judgments on this case, and they should mind their own business.
And Ambassador, we've also seen Mamdani, make such statements earlier before as well. He has been seen to be not so keen towards the Indian atmosphere. He has been seen making comments that are against the country, against our Prime Minister, and he has been, in fact, carrying forward that narrative. And now we see him coming out, showing support and solidarity towards someone like Umar Khalid.
Yes, you're right. Some of his statements in the past have been definitely anti-Indian, and he has spoken against our Prime Minister. He has spoken against our government, and we have taken note of those statements. We have expressed our concern at those statements, and those statements are not helpful. And we hope that he will desist from making such statements in the future. As far as the political processes in India are concerned, India is a functioning democracy, a very vibrant democracy. We have our strong institutions, and these institutions are good enough to take care of uh, our interests, including the interests of all people, all political parties, all people belonging to every aspect of the society.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the broadcast with those valuable